Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy on the WHS Network on YouTube.com here from beautiful Raider Field in Selma, Indiana, as we have Senior Night 2018 on store here for you this evening. The 11-11 Knightstown Panthers taking on your 16-6 Wapahani Raiders. Welcome here this evening to the WHS Network. Glad to have all of you with us here this evening, as we will go ahead and get right into things here with our Liberty Prairie Alumni Association pregame report here. The Raiders, their last time out last night, got a big-time MEC conference victory against Shenandoah by a final score of 10-0. So a big-time victory there for the Raiders. Hopefully that will translate into tonight's game here as well. As we'll go ahead and take a look here at the Senior Night festivities, we have Stephen Vickery out here this evening, coming out first there with his parents Danny and Michelle Vickery. He's going on to play at Anderson University, a fine young man. Primarily usually been the second baseman for the Raiders, can play shortstop. Sure, he could probably play some other positions if they needed him to, but man, I'll tell you what, he's provided a lot over the 4 years he's been out here, so best of luck there to Stephen Vickery. And also congratulations there to his parents as well. They did a very, very good job with raising that young man. Now we got Chandler Wise here. We have his parents, Shane and Tabitha Wise. Another key asset here to this Raider baseball program, not only the last 4 years, but even before that. You know, these guys, a lot of these guys, you know, Wise and Vickery and many other guys played travel ball together, have grown up together playing the game that they love. So that's why they've been able to be successful here, especially in high school, because of what they've learned in their youth, you know, growing up, and then once you get here to the high school level, where where that level and expectations is really up there with some of the highest, that is, that they're able to provide a lot for the team. So Chandler and Stephen, like I said, in the 4 years, have really done a lot out here for this program and for Wapahani High School. And I just want to say congratulations there to those two young fellas there. Best of luck for those guys going on to bigger and better things. I know Chandler, he will be going on to play, I think, at IU Kokomo to play baseball. So Stephen's going to be playing at Anderson University. Chandler Wise going to IU Kokomo. Both are going to be fantastic. Can't wait to see what they're able to do in college. But again, both sets of parents. You know, you got the Wises and the Vickerys there. Just great people, great young men. And so the best of luck, I know, from us here on the WHS Network, myself and Redbeard, just want to wish them the best of luck. Throughout not only throughout this year, we still got a lot of baseball to be playing here with Wapahani Raider baseball here, but and all their future endeavors as well. Very, very important. We'll go ahead and take a look here at tonight's starting lineups. First and foremost, we'll talk here about the Knightstown Panthers, the visiting team here this evening. Leading out, playing center field, number 11, Jose Olivo. Batting second, playing right field, number 3, Jared Porter. Batting third and pitching, number 10, Tyler Burton. Batting fourth and catching, number 9, Owen Wiles. Batting fifth, shortstop, number 17, Connor Cleek. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Bruce Nichols. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 42, Jack Fort. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 19, Levi Back. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 44, Ben Newby. They'll be hitting for the third baseman, number 2, Mason Carmichael. Panthers coached by Darren Hardesty. Now we'll take a look here at your starting lineup for your Wapahani Raiders. Leading off and playing center field, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 8, Stephen Vickery. Batting third and catching, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb. Batting fourth and playing second base, number 12, Chandler Wise. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 23, Drew Young. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers. He will be hitting for the right fielder, number 10, Seth Adams. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 22, Braxton Davis. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 11, Isaiah Brozier. And batting ninth and pitching for the Raiders, number 21, Riley Porter. Again, Wapahani coached by Brian Dudley, assisted by Jason Dudley, Randy Murphy, Willie Pease, Blake Turner, and Drew Brandt. So again, that's tonight's starting lineups here on the WHS Network. We'll step aside. We got the national anthem coming up. And then tonight's first pitch right here on the WHS Network. All righty, welcome back here, folks. We have a ceremonial first pitch, obviously tonight being senior night. The senior fathers will throw on to the senior players. Danny Vickery will throw to his son, Stephen Vickery. And Shane Wise will throw to his son, Chandler Wise. So here we go. Looks like Danny's going to go first. That's going to be in there for a strike now. Shane, a perfect one right to the chest. Well done, Shane and Danny. That's in there for a strike. Nicely done. So again, best of luck there to those young fellas. And also to the proud fathers and mothers as well. So we'll continue things here before we get things going with the Liberty Perry Alumni Association pregame report to wrap things up here. As I mentioned, Wapahani got back on their winning ways last night with a 10-0 victory over Shenandoah at Shenandoah last night. You look at this part of the season, you only have 2 regular season games left tonight, and tomorrow night they're playing at Monroe Central in another big-time MEC conference ball game. And then starts sectional play next week. State tournament time is always very interesting. And, you got to be playing your best baseball at the right time. And these guys, for the most part, we've had a great season, 16-6 on the year. That's not bad at all by any means. But I think we've definitely we've not had our best game yet, I don't think. I think there's more to be left out there. More games that are, that I think that we can provide from a higher level than the way we've been playing. And I would say that the players and the coaches would say that as well. We have not played our best game, but that doesn't mean that our best game isn't coming here, and it's not coming real soon. I'm sure that it is. We've just got to start making things happen here a little bit. There's got to be the right time. We've got to start getting the ball rolling here, playing our best baseball. Everybody's got to, more or less be in sync with one another here and come out here and put a great full game worth of baseball. And hopefully that starts right here tonight. Obviously, with a big win last night, hopefully that translates over into tonight's game. And we just come out here, hit the ground running from the very get-go. So you got Riley Porter here on the mound here this evening. And the lead things off will be the center fielder, Jose Olivo for the Panthers. And that will be in there for a ball, 1-0 to begin things. Porter gets the signs here. Here's a windup and a 1-0 pitch. Be in there, ball 2. So not missing by much. 2 balls, no strikes here on Olivo. And a bouncer to the third base side. That's going to get foul. So now the count stands at 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, Knightstown coming in at 11-11 on the year. Wapahani 16-6. Porter gets the signs. Here's the 2-1 offering. Be a ball up in the zone now. 3-1, or I guess out of the zone. 3 balls and a strike here to the leadoff man for the Panthers. So a leadoff walk as Olivo will trot on down the first. And now the right fielder number 3, Jared Porter, now stands in. So right here, if you're Porter, you'd love to get a ground ball double play here. That's in there. Called to strike, 0-1. Olivo again on at first. Pretty good speed down there. Oh, boy. Not sure where that one missed. That one must have been a little bit up, because that was right over the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Porter versus Porter. And a pickoff move back to first as Olivo will be back in there safely. Again, the Jones Auto Body defensive alignment here this evening. Isaiah Brozier in left, Garrett Stanley out in center, Seth Adams in right. Round the horn, Davis at third, Vickery at short, Wise at second, and Young at first. And then your battery mates here, we have Riley Porter on the mound, Tyson Lipscomb behind home plate. Again, that is tonight's Jones Auto Body defensive alignment. 2 balls and a strike here on Porter. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be bounced to the first base side, foul. So that runs the count here to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Olivo was running on the pitch, and that definitely would have been a close play down here at second base. He got a good jump at first. So if he wouldn't have, if Porter wouldn't have hit that pitch, that definitely would have been very interesting down at second base. So again, the count here stands at 2-2. And that's going to be a catch right there by Davis, and that's a double play. You better believe it. Braxton Davis makes the catch, throws on down the first for the 5 unassisted 3 double play.
The pitcher, number 10, Tyler Burton.
So just like that, there's 2 outs now in the inning. Porter wipes away the runner as that one is foul tipped off the catcher, it looked like, and went over the backstop net back there. That's not too many times you see that. My goodness, that just shot right up in the air. So 0-1 to begin things here on the Panthers pitcher, number 10, Tyler Burton. Here's the 0-1. A ball low and away. Now evens the count up. Again, as I said, the Raiders will be back in action tomorrow night, taking on Monroe Central at Monroe Central High School. Ground ball, that's going to get by the third baseman down the left field line as Burton will head on to second. It's going to be a close play a lot closer than what it probably should have been, but a nice job there by Brozier and getting that ball back in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The catcher, number 9, Owen Wild.
So a double here by Burton gets the Panthers a base runner in scoring position, as we'll see the catcher, number 9, Owen Wiles, now at the plate. So again, still 2 out here in the top of the first inning on a beautiful day at the ballpark. Nice crowd on hand. Rooting your Raiders on to what we're hoping will be victory number 17 of the season. 0-1 here on Wiles as Porter will take another look back in there. Gets the signs here from Lipscomb. And the pitch. And that's going to be a line shot in the center field. There's Stanley. And that will make the third out of the inning. Nicely done there by Porter to get out of trouble. Had the line out there to the third baseman, then on the first with a double play. Garrett Stanley with a catch out there in center field to end the inning here. The Raiders able to hold down the fort here in the top of the inning. Panthers get no runs on a hit. Also no errors, 1 left on. But to the bottom of the first here from Raider Field, scoreless after a half inning. Welcome back here, baseball fans. Again, Brandon Morvillius alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Back here from the University Avenue Dental game break here as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Raiders looking to get things started early and often here tonight with the bats. And we'll start things off here with the center fielder, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Again, the Raiders able to put a 10 spot up on the board last night against Shenandoah. Hopefully that same kind of offense will be here tonight, taking on Knightstown. As we'll begin things here, Stanley ground ball there to the shortstop over to first. And he'll get him by a step there for out number 1 of the inning. So a 6-3 put out for the first out here as we'll see the shortstop, number 8, Stephen Vickery, now at the plate. Vickery, one of 2 seniors here for the Wapahani Raiders, the other obviously being Chandler Wise. And Vickery also first pitch swinging, fly ball into left center field, and the center fielder is there to make the catch. So 2 pitches and 2 outs here for Burton. Like to at least make it a little bit more challenging here for the pitcher. Hopefully we'll see Lipscomb maybe make the pitcher work a little bit more here in this at bat. A ball out of the zone there, 1-0. To begin things here with Lipscomb. Following him, we have Chandler Wise. Burton takes a long look in there, finally gets what he likes. Here's the 1-0. Ball low and in, now 2-0. Good job there by Lipscomb not biting on that pitch. Another one ball low and in, now 3-0. So he's already thrown one more pitch than what he's thrown the first two batters of the inning. 3-0 the count to Lipscomb. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Tyson, so he will march on down the first with a 2-out walk. And now we'll have the second base, number 12, Chandler Wise, now at the plate.
Number 12, Chandler Wise.
And a pitch here to Wise. That's going to be a ball out of the zone. 1-0 to begin things here with Chandler. Again, you got Lipscomb down at first base. The Raiders looking to hopefully put at least one run up on the board here in the opening inning. And Burton will take a little second here to himself. We'll get back on the rubber. Wise back in the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes to Chandler Wise. And a pitch. That's going to drop on in there for a strike, 1-1. Again, we'll be back at it tomorrow night with Lady Raider softball coming to you from Raider Field for their senior night as we take on Class 1A number 1, Cambridge City, as that's a fly ball in the shallow left field. The shortstop's there and will make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. So the Raiders get a 2-out base runner with a walk to Lipscomb, but nothing to show for here in the bottom half of the inning. The Raiders get no runs on no hits, also no errors, and 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the second here from Raider Field. We'll step aside, and again, this will be our University Avenue Dental game break. Welcome back here to the top of the second inning here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com as we get back at it here with the Panthers here in the top of the second inning, and we'll lead things off with a shortstop, number 17, Connor Cleek. Man, I had some big-time movement there by Porter. 0-1 to begin things here on the shortstop here for the Panthers. Nubbed off his hands, now 0-2. So this is the 4th consecutive batter here by Porter. He's been able to get that first pitch strike over. It's always better to work ahead than work from behind. Ground ball to the shortstop. Vickery collects, throws on to first, and a nice play to get him at first. So first down of the inning there for Porter.
The left fielder, number 4, Bruce Nichols.
6-3 put out there in the scorebook. And now we'll have the left fielder, number 4, Bruce Nichols, now standing in. Fouled off there to the backstop area, 0-1. To the Panthers left fielder Bruce Nichols. Following him we'll have Jack Fort. So 0-1 here on Nichols. Porter gets what he likes here, and the pitch. Ooh, didn't miss by much. Now 1-1. One ball, one strike. It's a ball low and in. Now 2-1. There's a 2-1 offering from Riley. Swung on and missed. He had no chance on that one. So now the count ran to even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Porter with the windup and the pitch. See you later. So the first strikeout of the day here for Riley Porter. Second out of the inning there with the strikeout of Nichols, and now the first baseman, number 42, Jack Fort. And the pitch now be in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 will be swung on and foul tip. So strike 2 here on Fort. Still nobody on here at the top of the second inning here for the Panthers. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball to the second base side. Wise collects, throws to first, and that's that to end the inning. So the Panthers unable to get anything going here in the bottom of the second inning, or top of the second inning rather, as Porter makes quick work here of Knightstown. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning here from Raider Field, tied at 0. Welcome back again out of the University Avenue Dental game break. Here's we're tied at 0. Here's we head into the bottom of the second inning. And we'll lead things off here with the Raiders' first baseman, number 23, Drew Young. Drew just came back from injury this past weekend. Came back there Saturday in the semifinal round of the county tournament. He's been out for a while. I think he had a concussion. I'm not 100% sure, but he did have some sort of extensive injury. But glad to have him back on the field. He's a big-time bat in the lineup here for the Raiders. Obviously, he does a fine job down there at first base. So it's great to see him back in there tonight. As that will be in there, called a strike now, 1-1. Had a nice game for himself last night. Hopefully we're expecting much of the same here this evening. That one, not sure where that pitch missed, but hey, we'll be happy with that call, I suppose. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Young, and the pitch will be a ball. Okay, that's a strike, I guess. I don't even know what's a ball and a strike now anymore. What looks like a strike is a ball, and what looks like a ball is now a strike. That's laced down the left field line, foul. So the count will remain here at 2-2. Designated hitter Brevin Rivers on deck. And a pitch. And that's a deep drive down the left field line. The left fielder is there and will make the play for out number 1 of the inning. So Young gave it a little bit of a ride there. Not far enough, but maybe next time. Now we'll have the designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers, at the plate. He pitched a heck of a ball game last night. Complete game shutout, and I think he threw a 1 or 2 hitter. Just an overwhelming pitching performance last night there by Brevin Rivers. Had a real nice season, not only on the mound but at the plate as well. Got to continue to expect big things there from this young man. Down to third right there, and that's going to get by the third baseman. I thought that he might have had it in his glove there for a second, but unable to get that one there, and that will be the first hit of the day here for the Raiders. Nicely done there by Brevins. He's on down at first. Third baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis now. Looking to continue where Rivers left off there in that at bat. And hopefully get another base runner on. And that will hit Braxton. So now he will trot on down to first. Rivers now moves up to second. And the left fielder, number 11, Isaiah Brozier, looking to cash in right here for the Raiders. Great opportunity. You have Rivers out at second base in scoring position. We'll see what kind of havoc Brozier can wreak right here. Puts down the bunt down the third baseline, foul. So 0-1 here to Brozier. Third baseman playing even with the bag. First baseman playing in on the infield grass. Tell you what, you put it right down that third base line, you might be able to get an infield single out of this. Let's see if he puts the bunt down once again. And Rivers is going to get back in there safely at second base. Pitcher didn't even make the throw. So way to get dirty there by Brevin. 0-1 here to Brozier. Rivers at second, Davis at first. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. And that will be in there, called strike 2. So Brozier in the hole here, got to protect. Got to be aggressive here now. That's well outside for a ball, now 1-2. Brozier, the number 8 hitter in the order, followed by Porter, number 9 hitter, and then back to the top of the lineup here. Hopefully we'll get to see those guys in this second inning, because if so, that means this latter part of the lineup is doing their job. So far, so good. Burton comes to the set. Here's the 2-2, and Brozier will foul that one off and stay alive. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the shortstop. He'll throw on the second, and that's all they're going to get. Nice hustle there by Brozier to get down the line. So now the Raiders will have them on the corners now with 2 out here in the inning. A 6-4 fielder's choice.
The pitcher, number 21.
Force out there. So again, Rivers now at third, Brozier at first. And the pitcher, number 21, Riley Porter, now at the plate. So Porter can really help himself out right here. And they're calling a strike here, 0-1. Oh, and 1 to Porter. Burton with a pitch, and that's going to get off the third baseman's glove into left field, and everybody's going to be safe. Nice piece of hitting there by Riley Porter, and way to help yourself, young man. Get the job done right there. That's the second hit now of the inning here for the Raiders.
15, Garrett Stanley.
So again, Rivers scores on the play. Brozier now at second. Porter at first, and back to the top of the order here with the center fielder, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Stanley 0 for 1 so far here on the night. Grounded out to the shortstop to open up things there in the bottom half of the first inning. We'll have a courtesy runner now down at first base, number 4, Riley Longfellow. So one Riley coming in for another. So Burton's still in a jam here. Yes, there is 2 outs here in the inning, but now you got the top of the lineup up, and anything can happen. Really like what we've done here in the lower part of the order there. You had Rivers that got on with a single. Number 6 hitter. Davis was hit by a pitch. Brozier got on base. Porter able to get the RBI single. And that, that's what you got to have. You got to have production 1 through 9. That's how you're going to win ball games here. Not only that, but obviously great defense and great pitching. But you got to have production throughout your lineup here. 2 balls, no strikes here to Stanley. Here's the pitch. And swung on and missed, now 2-1. Garrett's been very key here in the leadoff spot all year long. Hopefully he can come up big right here. Drops on in there, called strike 2. Probably not a bad idea. That's not necessarily a pitch, you're always necessarily looking to swing at, that breaking pitch. Looking more for a fastball, but now if it's there, you're putting a charge into that one, as that one will be fouled off down the first base line. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. Deuce is wild here. Burton will come to the set. And the pitch. Oh, pull the chainsaw, strike 3, gets Stanley looking. So that will end the inning, but the Raiders able to put 1 run up on the board here in the bottom half of the second, as they get 1 run here on 2 hits, also no errors, and 2 left on. We will head to the top of the third here from Raider Field. Again, here's the Wapahani Raiders lead the Knightstown Panthers 1-0. Welcome back here with Levi back at the plate. Second baseman here for the Panthers. As that one will drop right on in there for strike one there by Riley Porter. Porter mowed right through the 5, 6, 7 hitters of the Panthers there in the second inning. Looking hopefully for another 1, 2, 3 shutdown third inning hopefully here by Riley. Again, Wapahani here with a 1-0 lead here if you're just now joining us. Porter able to help himself there with a RBI single with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Raiders had a pair of hits in the second. Was threatening for more, but hopefully we can capitalize off of that here within next 3, 4, 5 innings left of this ball game here. Continue to put more and more runs up on the board. That's in there for a ball now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Following him, we'll have the designated hitter, Ben Newby. Porter rocks back. Here's the pitch. And foul tipped once again. Back to the number 8 hitter in the order. We're following with Newby at number 9. So we got 8, 9, and 1 here in the third inning. And the 1-2. Yeah. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Sit down, says Riley Porter. Nice pitch there from Riley to collect out number 1 of the inning. And now the number 9 hitter in the order, the designated hitter, number 44, Ben Newby. Close pitch there. Must have been a little low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's been a real nice day out here. We've had a chance of rain so far every day this week. Luckily, it really hasn't came to big-time fruition there. That's a fly out there to the right fielder, Seth Adams, for out number 2 of the inning. But we've had at least a 40% chance of rain every day. And luckily, the rain's held off. And we've been able to play some baseball here tonight. Now, we still could get some storms possibly later on this evening. Not quite sure yet about that, but no, tomorrow looks pretty nice. But we have a chance of rain about every day this week. Over the pitcher's head, Vickery nearly made a sliding grab, but unable to get there in time. Nice attempt nevertheless. But a single here for Jose Olivo. As he's down now at first base. Right fielder number 3, Jared Porter, now at the plate. But again, we're hoping to get tomorrow's softball game in. Again, that's why I was kind of giving the weather report here. With that chance of rain every day, it's kind of hit and miss. You never know what you're going to get. But so far, we've been able to get baseball and softball in this week. Hopefully, we'll be able to do the same tomorrow there with Lady Raiders softball, their senior night tomorrow night against Cambridge City. Pickoff move back to first as Olivo will be back in there safely. So again, 0-1 here to the Panthers right fielder, Jared Porter. Ball low in the dirt. Nice block there by Tyson Lipscomb to smother that pitch. Not allowing Olivo to get in scoring position right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Porter, another glance back over there at first. So he throws it on over there. So now the count 1-2. Again, 2 out, 1 on here in the top of the third inning. A pitch out right there to see if anything was going. And apparently not. As it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Porter collects himself. Here's the pitch. Ground ball there to the first baseman. And that will again get foul. So the count will stay put again here, folks. Porter 0 for 1 on the night. Lined out to the third baseman in a double play. Lined out to the third baseman, then he threw on the first to get Olivo there in the opening inning of tonight's ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Riley. And that's going to be down the left field line. And fair sneaks it inside the left field line. And they're going to hold him up at third. And again, another fine job there by Isaiah Brozier to get that ball back in there rather quickly to save a run. But now Knightstown has them at second and third, and 2 out here in the inning after the 2-out double from Porter. So you had a single by Olivo, a double by Porter, and the pitcher, Tyler Burton, looking to come up big here, but hopefully Riley, Porter, and the rest of the Raiders have different ideas. And they're called a strike, 0-1. And a deep drive left field, and Brozier will come on. Heck, I thought that was a lot deeper than what it actually was, but a nice grab there by Brozier for the third and final out of the inning. So again, the Panthers get a couple more base runners on. Nothing to show for here. Riley Porter shutting them down here in the top of the third inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. We'll head to the bottom half of the third here on the WHS Network, and we'll go ahead and stay right here with you in between time. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with an invaluable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and that cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So I greatly appreciate University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Also, another one of our proud sponsors here, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership owned by Randy Stoops. They're located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle or would like to know more information about one, please contact Stoops at 765-288-1903 and also visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and also open Saturday from 8 to 4. Got a special thanks there to Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. Speaking of driven to be the best, the Raiders are hoping to drive in some runs here in the bottom half of the third inning here. 1-0 lead here for Wapahani. And we'll start things off here with Stephen Vickery sending one out there to right center field to open things up here in the bottom of the third inning with a leadoff hit. Nice piece of hitting there by the Raiders senior shortstop. So Vickery at first. Now the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb at the plate. Got your heart of the lineup up right here. 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Really, that's what they've always classified the heart of the order here. But tell you what, as long as you're getting production 1 through 9, that's really all that matters. Doesn't matter where it comes from as long as you're getting it. No balls, 1 strike here to Lipscomb. 0 for 0 here on the day. Drew a walk in the first. And that will be a ball low. Now 1-1. Burton comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 2. Following Lipscomb will be Chandler Wise. Vickery with a pretty good lead down there at first. And the pitch called strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on the Raiders catcher. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the third. Got to protect the plate now. And that's going to be rifled down the right field line and foul as that one hops over the fence. So good luck getting that one back. Somebody's going to have to go swimming later. And a shot in the center field right to the center fielder. Man, unfortunate there for Tyson. I mean, he really hit that one on the screws. So first out of the inning there with the line out to the center fielder. And now the second baseman, number 12, Chandler Wise, at the plate here. He flew out to the shortstop in shallow left field there in the first inning. So he pops that one up now in the foul ground to the first baseman, and he'll make the catch. So now 2 out in the inning. Vickery still down at first. And the first baseman, number 23, Drew Young, now standing in at home plate. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Flew out to the left fielder in the second. Down the third baseline, foul, 0-1. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Drew coming back from injury. Had a great night at the plate last night. Just got to get him going again. You know, he was out there for, I think, right around close to a 2-week stretch. You know, not real long, but long enough. But he had an over 300 average. And the Raiders definitely, you know, it might not have necessarily, I guess, in some ways shown, but you know, you still miss a guy like that in your lineup. You know, he's able to provide a lot there, not only in the lineup, but just from a leadership standpoint. Out there on the field every single pitch, every inning, so on and so forth. So really nice to see him back in there. Really complements everybody else throughout the rest of the lineup. Everybody doing their job, doing what they got to do to be productive here for the team. So the count here, 1-2, 2 out, Vickery at first. And strike 3 gets him looking to end the inning. So you got to swing the bat here, fellas. Can't leave him on your shoulder. You got to at least attempt to swing at that. So the Raiders shut down here after a leadoff single of Stephen Vickery. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We will head now to the top of the 4th inning. The Raiders lead the Panthers 1-0. Welcome back here, folks. We got the top of the fourth inning here from beautiful Raider Field here on the WHS Network. I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Hope all of you are enjoying today's ball game. A 1-0 lead here for the Raiders as we enter the top of the fourth. And a 1-0 count here on the catcher, number 9, Owen Wiles. Wiles so far 0 for 1 here on the night, lined out to the center fielder in the first inning. So that's going to be a ball low in the dirt now, 2-0. Obviously, tonight, a very important night here from Raider Field. Senior Night 2018. We have seniors Chandler Wise and Stephen Vickery. Those are the only two seniors that are on the Raider baseball team. But, again, I want to reiterate the joy that it's really been to watch these guys, all 4 years grow up and you start out there at the junior varsity level and you work your way onto the varsity squad and be a very important piece of the varsity team really from about their sophomore years. And you really it's really neat watching these guys grow, and it's not only those guys, it's everybody. Watching them from the very beginning and then watching them all the way up until they're, through their senior year. It's really phenomenal, the person and the player that they really grow into be. So here's the payoff pitch here. That's going to be off the mitt there. Here's Vickery with a barehanded grab and won't get him at first. But, man, that was a sure nice job right there by Stephen Vickery. That was off the glove there of Porter. Vickery had to completely switch directions and then barehand it and nearly still made the play down at first.
Courtesy runner for the Panthers, number 1, Caleb Buchanan.
So a leadoff single here for Wiles. As we'll see, number 17, the shortstop, Connor Cleek, now to plate. Porter will come to the set. Here's the pitch. Drops right on in there for a strike, 0-1. Cleek 0 for 1 here on the evening. Grounded out to the shortstop to begin things there in the second inning. Really like to see a ground ball right here, I'm sure. Like to roll up a double play. Little twin killing action. Porter comes to the set here. Here's the 0-1 pitch and a fly ball into center field. Stanley moves on over, and I'll tell you what, that ball just kept on carrying. And they're going to say that he made the catch. Looked like he caught it, and then he reached for it to out of his glove there and then dropped the ball. So first out of the inning there. Nice play there by Garrett Stanley.
The left fielder, number 4, Bruce Nichols.
Now the left fielder, number 4, Bruce Nichols, now to plate. Struck out swinging in the second. 0 for 1. Wiles at first. 1 out here in the inning. Middle infielders in double play depth. As that will be in there. Called a strike, 0-1. And that one chopped behind the plate. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here on the left fielder, Bruce Nichols. So he steps back in there. Porter back on the rubber. Come to the set here. And the 0-2. Right back to the pitcher. Took a bad hop. He'll throw on down to first and barely gets him. So nicely done there. The runner does advance on a second base, but now there's 2 out here in the inning.
The first baseman, number 42, Jack Fort.
So again, Wiles now at second. And the first baseman, number 42, Jack Fort, now to plate. Ball low to begin things here on Fort. Grounded out to the second baseman to end the second inning. Porter looks to escape trouble here in the top of the 4th inning. Wapahani here with a 1-0 lead. That's going to be another one low, now 2-0. And another ground ball. Tell you what, these are some big-time hops here. You can tell we haven't had any rain because this ground is about as hard of a rock, and you hit a little ground ball like that, sends it up in the air about 15 feet. But a nice play there by Young to end the inning. Again, the Panthers got another base runner, but nothing to show for here in the top of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Bottom of the 4th we go. We'll step aside here. Again, this will be our University Avenue Dental game break. Welcome back here. Bottom of the 4th inning here on the WHS Network. Wapahani with a 1-0 lead as we enter the bottom half of the 4th here. And we'll lead things off with the designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers. Rivers 1 for 1 on the day, also with a run scored as that's in there for call a strike. Now 1-1. Burton with a windup. Here's a 1-1 pitch and through the left side of the infield into left field as Rivers is able to serve that one in there for a single. Nicely done there by Brevin. And the Raiders will get this offense started here in the 4th. Now we'll have the 3rd baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis. Davis was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Trying to get that one by the pitcher. Nice play there. Burton able to get the out at first, but job well done there by Braxton Davis. Able to get the bunt down, move the runner over to second. So now you got a man out there in scoring position with only 1 out here in the inning. So Brozier now at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. This will be a great time to get your first hit, though, right here, right now. Ball low in the dirt right there. 1-0 to begin things here with Brozier. Burton takes a long look in there, glances back at second. Here's a pitch. Ball low and away now, 2-0. Swung on and missed. So now 2 balls, 1 strike here on Isaiah Brozier. Another pitch there on the outside part of the plate. Porter thought that was strike 3, and Brozier was like, not too fast there, little guy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burton comes to the set, and here's a pitch. Little nub shot down the third base line, foul. Really doesn't necessarily look like, Brozier is extremely confident in there. Sometimes, you walk to the batter's box, you got, I guess, that swag when you go in there. Now you're in protective mode. You got to be confident in yourself here. Brozier, a fine athlete here. We'll see what he can cook up. So another one fouled off out of play, so the count remains here 2-2. This is really a big-time key at bat right here. You got a man out there in scoring position. Brozier more than capable of getting this run home right here. But Brozier will strike out swinging for the second out of the inning. Right there, obviously, I'm sure Brozier disappointed, but, it is what it is. Come back. Hopefully next time you get another great opportunity, and hopefully he's able to get that key hit there. Got to shake it off right there if you're Isaiah. 2 out now in the inning. The pitcher, Riley Porter, now at the plate. As he swings and misses 0-1. He had an RBI single in the second inning. He's been the only man that's been able to get the Raiders a run here so far. Helping himself out. I've got to give him a lot of credit there. Swung on and missed. Now 0-2. And you see there, both of those pitches low and away. Porter swinging away. He's opening up his hips. Need to keep him closed. Take that ball to right field. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The catcher throws on down to first, and that will end the inning. So the Raiders again get a leadoff single there by Brevin Rivers. Nothing to show for here in the fourth. We get no runs on hit, no errors, 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Again, Wapahani leads it 1-0. Welcome back here, top of the 5th inning here from Raider Field on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have the second baseman, number 19, Levi back to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. Wapahani here with a 1-0 lead here. It's been a pitcher's duel, so to speak. Obviously, you can tell by the score the Raiders have had opportunities. The Panthers have had opportunities. Neither team has really been able to capitalize. Luckily, Wapahani was able to get that one inning where they was able to capitalize off a hit by Riley Porter that was able to score Brevin Rivers. But other than that, that's been pretty much about it, especially for both teams. Knightstown got some guys on, but Porter and the rest of the Raiders have just done a nice job of taking care of business. Nice play there by Young, taking him himself for out number 1 of the inning. So we're hoping that Wapahani can get the ball rolling offensively, hopefully in this bottom half. Love to score more runs here. 1 run's never enough. The more the merrier, they say. So the more distance you can put in between you and your opponent, the better off you're going to be. Because you never know what can happen. You get a mistake here or there, and next thing you know, you're in a world of trouble. So hopefully the Raiders' offense can come up big through these next 3 innings of the ball game here. Up 1-0. 0-1 the count here on Ben Newby, as that's a ball low. 1-1. Newby is 0 for 1 on the night. Flew out to the right fielder in the 3rd. Porter with a windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit right back up the middle. And Stanley will cut it off and get it back in there and hold him only to a single. Nice job there. So a 1-out single here by Newby as he's on down at first. And back to the top of the order here in the center fielder, number 11, Jose Olivo. Olivo 1 for 1 on the night. Drew a walk in the first and then singled in the 3rd. Painting the black there by Porter. Finding the outside part of the plate here. 0-1 to begin things on Olivo. Fouls that one nearly off his hands. As the count now stands at 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. A man on down at first with a single by Ben Newby just a moment ago. And the 0-2 offering here from Riley Porter will be a ball outside. Not a bad idea. You don't want to leave it in the zone. You want to leave it up there just enough to where it's tempting for the hitter to swing at it. So we'll see which route Riley will go with right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Given the high cheese, and he blows it right by him for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 3, Jared Porter.
Now the right fielder, number 3, Jared Porter, will now stand in. 1 for 2 on the night. Lined into a double play back in the 1st inning, then doubled in the 3rd and was left stranded at second base. Ball high and away. 1-0 to begin things here on Jared Porter. Caught the outside part of the plate there with that one. One and one the count here on the Panthers right fielder. 2 out and 1 on here to top the 5th inning. Wapahani with a 1-0 lead here as Porter will foul that one off. Now 1-2 the count. Ground ball, the shortstop Vickery throws on to second, and that will end the inning there. Nice work there by Porter, and great defense zone there by Stephen Vickery to get the 3rd and final out of the inning. So again, Knightstown gets a base runner, nothing to show for here in the top of the 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom half. Again, Wapahani here with a 1-0 lead. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more right after the break. Welcome back here to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Here, chop to the shortstop and airmails that one as that is now out of play. So now Garrett Stanley will take second base. So a hit and an error to begin things here in the bottom of the fifth. So again, a hit and then E6 that allows Stanley to advance on to second. And now the shortstop, number 8, Stephen Vickery at the plate. Stephen so far 1 for 2. Had a fly ball to the center fielder in the first and singled into third. Great start here to the fifth inning, and we're hoping for some even better things to happen here for us offensively. So Vickery bunts that one foul, 0-1. To be quite honest with you, I'm a little surprised in some ways that he'd have him bunt. I mean, already being in scoring position, I mean, yeah, you want to get him 90 feet closer, don't get me wrong. But Vickery, a good enough hitter here. I think might be able to push this run across right here, or at least get on base somehow. Bunted back to the pitcher. Burton loses his footing, but still able to get the throw down to first. So a successful sacrifice bunt there by Stephen Vickery. Nicely done there by Stephen.
The catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb.
So Stanley now at third. The catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, at the plate. 0 for 1 on the night. Drew a walk in the first and lined out to the center fielder in the third. And Wapahani's got to, we've got to score some runs here. I think we've let Knightstown hang around us a little too long. Now, got to give credit where credit's due. Don't get me wrong. Tyler Burton's pitched a heck of a ball game for himself. But the Raiders have more than enough offensive firepower to push more than one run across the plate right here. So this is really a key moment in the ball game again, and that's going to get by the first baseman in the right field. I guess that's why you probably shouldn't have brought your infield in right there. So the Knightstown Panthers pay for that one as the Raiders able to put a run across after the RBI single by Tyson Lipscomb.
Number 12, senior Chandler Wise.
So Lipscomb just continuing to add to his RBI total on the season as Stanley scores. A shot in the right field, and it won't get down. So Wise will fly out to the right fielder for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 23, Drew Young.
So that very well could be the last at bat at Raider Field there for Chandler Wise. Potentially. Anything can happen, though. So 1-0 here for Drew Young. Tell you what, same thing there with Stephen Vickery. If that was his last at bat, that was a very productive at bat. Able to move the runner over to third base. But hopefully we'll see both of those guys get up one more time, hopefully in this ball game. 1 ball, no strikes here to Young. And down the left field line, just barely foul. Foul by about 2 feet there. So Young nearly had himself a double. One ball and 1 strike. Again, Lipscomb at first. Here's the pitch. A ground ball right back up the middle, and he just steps right on it. The runner was going right there. At least it looked like he was. The shortstop moved over there to make the play. So Wapahani able to tack on another run here in the inning as they get one run here on 2 hits. Also 1 error in the inning and 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Again, Raiders lead at 2-0. We'll be back here right after the University Avenue Dental game break.
Yep. You told me about it earlier. But I knew it well before then. I seen it this afternoon. I don't know. It probably should have been gone about 10 minutes ago.
Leading off for the Panthers in the top of the 6th inning.
Back here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. The top of the 6th inning here from Raider Field. Wapahani again with a 2-0 lead here as we enter the top of the 6th. And what's been a pitcher's duel here. The Raiders have got really a great pitching performance so far here by Riley Porter. We're hoping that trend continues. But so far, so good here by the young man. Want to know the count here on the pitcher, number 10, Tyler Burton. Burton 1 for 2 on the day. Had a double in the first. Flew out to the left fielder in the third. As it is now 2-0 here on Tyler Burton. Time called. Would like to thank some of our sponsors here. Muncie Dragway, owned by Scott and Dawn Daniels. Muncie Dragway, located along State Road 67, west of Albany, Indiana. For more information on upcoming events, please visit their website at www.munciedragway.com. And also you can contact them at 765-789-8470. Again, that is Muncie Dragway, family fun, an 1/8 mile at a time. Here's the 2-1 here from Porter. Ground ball to the third base side foul. Now 2-2. Porter takes a long look in there, gets the signs rocking back. Here's the 2-2. And a deep drive to left, well foul and out of play. So the count will stay put here at 2-2. Another pitch fouled off to the backstop. Again, just another reminder here, folks. We'll be back at it tomorrow night with Lady Raider softball for Senior Night 2018 as the Lady Raiders welcome the Class 1A number 1 Cambridge City Lincoln Lady Golden Eagles tomorrow night, 5 o'clock start time, as that will be up against the wall out there in left field. So a leadoff double by Tyler Burton. And what was a rather lengthy at bat there, a 7-pitch at bat.
Catcher, number 9, Owen Wiles.
So Burton there with a leadoff double, and we'll have the catcher, number 9, Owen Wiles, now at the plate. 1 for 2, lined out to the center fielder in the first, and a single in the fourth. And Porter just trying to leave him where they're at here. Well, leave him where he's at, guess I should say. Ball low and away here, 1-0. Again, the baseball team, they'll be also in action tomorrow night in the regular season finale as they travel to Monroe Central to take on the Golden Bears. Start time of 5 o'clock there for that one. So that's in there on the outside part of the plate. Now 1-1. Should be a great game tomorrow night if you can make the trip. Just a little 10-minute drive up to Monroe Central. About the shortest drive you're ever going to have throughout the season. But if you can't make that, please make sure to join us for Lady Raider softball tomorrow night. Very special night there for those ladies. They've had a real great season for themselves as well. I think 19-5, 19-6 are the Lady Raiders on the season. Got one number 4 in Class 2A. Good stuff. Got a very tough sectional coming up next week as well. Both baseball and softball teams do here for the Raiders. Again, we'll get more into that. We'll probably have a preview show, sectional preview show coming up in the first part of next week. So we'll make sure and get that on the air for all you fine folks out there. So the count still remains here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back-to-back at bats so far by Burton and Wiles have really made Riley Porter exert himself a little bit more than I'm sure he was wanting to. Really made him work here, and they try to get an out, as that one again will be fouled off. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's already been a 6-pitch at bat. So this will be pitch number 7 in the at bat. Already have a 7-pitch at bat there with Tyler Burton. So Porter looking for the old strikeout right here. He gets what he likes. The wind-up and the 1-2. And hung that one right in there. That might be out of here, and it is. So a 2-run homer by Owen Wiles. And that will tie things up now at 2. Just like that with 1 swing of the bat. So very, very unfortunate there for Riley Porter. He's pitched a heck of a ball game here tonight. Through the first 5 innings, I mean, yeah, he's gotten into a little bit of trouble at times, but nothing that he was able to ever get out of. He's really done a solid job. Just unfortunately, you get a leadoff double, then another lengthy at bat here, and then giving up a 2-run homer. But now, you know, if he stays in the game, which I'm sure he probably will here, you know, nobody's on base, wipe the slate clean. What's happened has already happened. You can't really worry about what's already happened. The only thing you can worry about is what can happen, and you can dictate what happens the rest of this inning, and that matter, I guess, the rest of the ball game. We'll see what happens after this inning, but we can regather ourselves here and hopefully get out of this inning with no more runs crossing the plate. So 0-1 here to the shortstop, number 17, Connor Cleek. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Grounded out to the shortstop in the second, flew out to the center fielder in the fourth. As it's now 0-2. And, if you really played, really close attention there, both of those hits there with Burton and Wiles were coming off of a breaking pitch. At least it looked like to me. Serves that one right to the second baseman, Wise, as he will make the play for the first down of the inning.
Now batting for the Panthers, the left fielder, number 4, Bruce.
So now batting would be the left fielder, number 4, Bruce Nichols. 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the second, then grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. But Porter not quite getting that snap on the breaking pitch there, not the diving action. And unfortunately, it cost him there. He had, he was able to hang it up there. Burton smacked it there in the left field for a double, and then hung it up there to Wiles. Wiles took it out of the ballpark. And it's really insane to realize, just a couple pitches and then it's a whole new ball game. And he's really pitched a great game here for himself. So hopefully, at least what we've seen here so far, he's came right back out of that, not worrying about what's happened. But he still went after these guys. He's getting after it and throwing strikes and trying to get these guys out, especially after, the first part of this inning here. Oh, wow, that just took a bad hop right there. Nothing you can do right there if you're Davis. So again, the lack of rain around here really hurt us on that one. Ground is, like I mentioned earlier, about as solid as a rock. That would have been really essentially a normal ground ball, but instead that turned into a ground ball and then a big time hop over what is a 6'4" third baseman down there in Braxton Davis. Shot over his head like a rocket. So 1-0 to begin things here on Jack Fort. Now 1-1. One ball, one strike. And a pitch. And I don't know how in the world that didn't hit him. Two balls and a strike. Fort 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded out to the second baseman, then grounded out to the first baseman. Pop up in the shallow right center field. There's Adams. He'll make the play for out number 2 of the inning. So just one more out to go here for Riley Porter. So far, he's pitched 5 2/3 innings of solid baseball. Levi back now to plate 0 for 2. That's in there, called a strike on the outer part of the plate, 0-1. Porter will come to the set. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off down the right field line. Now 0-2. So back with his back against the wall. Porter trying to find a way to get out of the inning here. Hopefully leaving Nichols over there stranded at first. Here's the pitch. Pop up in the infield. There's Vickery camping under it. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Panthers get a couple of runs off of a double and a 2-run homer to tie things up here at 2 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll be back here with more Raider baseball on the WHS Network. Welcome back here. We got the bottom half of the 6th inning here for the Raiders. And we'll be leading things off here with a designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers. 0-1 here on Rivers. Now 1-1. So that one was bounced in the dirt. Brevin so far 2 for 2 here on the night with a pair of singles and a run scored. Real nice evening here from himself as usual. Burton with a windup. Here's 1-1. And swung on and missed, strike 2. Here's the 1-2 offering. A ball up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ball away right there for now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burton with a payoff pitch. And that's going to be a walk to Brevin Rivers. Nicely done. He's been on base all 3 times. He's been at the plate with a leadoff walk. And now the third baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis, now at the plate. And we'll have a courtesy runner now down at first base, number 4, Riley Longfellow.
Courtesy runner for the Raiders, number 4, Riley Longfellow.
Getting a little bit of more speed on the base pass. Rivers definitely has some. No question about that. He can get the wheels a turning if need be. But Longfellow with a little bit more speed here. Need to push another run across the plate here, and hopefully Wapahani will be able to do that right here, right now with Braxton Davis. Shows bunt, but pulled the bat back here, 1-0. So fouled off there, 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike here on Braxton Davis. Longfellow at first. And right back to us. Oh, man, we nearly had that one. Oh.
That was right here.
I mean, that would have been right in my hands. Braxton Davis would have been out. See you later. Yeah, got to have a little fun here on the broadcast every now and again. Got to keep things a little loose. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Davis. One ball, 2 strikes, and another one fouled back and out of play there by Davis. So the count will stay put at 1-2. The ball low in the dirt there now. 2-2. Davis so far on the day, technically without an official at bat, was hit by a pitch in the second, then put down a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. And the pitch, the ball low and away. Now 3-2, full count. And a payoff pitch. Oh, Davis goes down looking. First down of the inning there. So now we'll have a pinch hitter, number 6, Luke Galbraith. And looks like a mountain visit coming up now. So during this time, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here. Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin, located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been servicing the community for over 30 years. If you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, make sure to contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So Galbraith stands in here for the first time of the day.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 6, Luke Galbraith.
Burton gets the signs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. It's a big run over there at first base. Longfellow over there. Galbraith at the plate. Fouls that one off now. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Galbraith. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off out of play. So again, Riley Longfellow down at first after the walk by Brevin Rivers. Strike 3, Galbraith goes down looking for the second out of the inning. Tell you what, we've had quite a few of those here this evening.
Riley Porter.
Strikeout looking. That's the 4th guy struck out looking tonight here for the Raiders. That's something you don't necessarily see from these guys. We always go, if you're going to go down, you go down swinging. Give it your best shot. It's kind of a rarity here for these fellas here this evening. 0-1 here on Porter. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count. Ball out of the zone, up. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off as Porter is staying alive, as the old disco Saturday Night Fever song goes. I'm not even going to sing it for you folks out there. A 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 1 on, as it's a tie game, 2-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Very, and I do mean very close pitch right there. A little too close for comfort, especially considering the last 2 guys have struck out looking. I would not want to be the 3rd guy in the same inning. That's going to get by the catcher. Longfellow takes off for second. And so again, that will now work the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Longfellow out there in scoring position, and Porter will strike out swinging to end the inning. So the Raiders again get a man out there in scoring position. Nothing to show for here in the bottom of the 6th. Tied at 2. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more Raider baseball right after the University Avenue Dental game break. Welcome back. Here, Brandon Warvilius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy with the top of the 7th inning here on the WHS Network. Again, glad to have all you with us here this evening for Senior Night 2018. It's been a great game here so far. Wapahani had the lead going into the 6th inning. Porter gave up 2-run homer there in the top of the 6th. So very, very unfortunate because, you look at what he's been able to do really throughout this whole entire ball game to that point. He got into a little bit of trouble, throughout the innings here, but nothing major. But he's been able to take care of business, so you really hate that for him. But really, ever since that 2-run homer, he's continued to mow guys over left and right here. So at least you have a short memory, and that's what Porter has been able to portray here. Is that short memory and not letting that get to him too much, as he's able to get Newby sent down on strikes for the first down of the inning. So back to the top of the order here with Jose Olivo. But the Raiders scored 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 5th. Down the third base line. That's going to be inside the third base bag. Brozier will get it back in. Nicely done again. I'll tell you what, he's played a nice left field here today. And it's not that he doesn't any other time, but there's been some hits, especially down the line here today, that he's got the ball back in quickly to hold guys to a single or maybe even a double, to where it could have been potentially a triple, whatever the case might have been. But, every little bit counts. If you can get the ball back in just a second quicker, you never know what can happen there. Wise thought to have had the ball right there, but it skipped right over his glove into center field.
The pitcher, number 10, Tyler Burton. All right, sit down.
So now it looks like might be having a pitching change here. Not 100% sure yet. We'll see if he sticks with him. Looks like he might end up staying with Porter here. I'd like to thank more of our sponsors here this evening. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, President Richard Morse. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com to get any information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also, for more information on their alumni brick walkway, you can also fill out a form on their website homepage. So again, a special thanks there to the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, another proud sponsor of the WHS Network. Want to know the count here on the pitcher, number 10, Tyler Burton. Burton has been a thorn in the side of the Raiders, not only on the mound, with the bat as well. 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of doubles, or rather 2 for 3, excuse me. A pair of doubles, and then he flew out to the left fielder in the third. So 2 balls, no strikes to Burton. Again, you had the 1-out single there from Olivo, and then a error by the second baseman Wise that allowed Olivo to reach second and Porter to first. A pop-up in the shallow center field. Nobody's going to get there, and everybody's going to be safe. So a game of inches there, just barely over the outstretched glove there of Chandler Wise. And that has now loaded the bases.
Owen Wiles.
So Olivo now at third, Porter at second, and Burton at first, with the catcher, number 9, Owen Wiles, at the plate. 2 for 3 on the day. including a 2-run homer in the 6th, which tied things up. So you want to talk about a key situation here. That might be an understatement. Porter in a long jam of trouble here, but nothing that he can't get out of here with a ground ball double play. Just got to find a way to get some kind of out right here. Sent out there to left field. There's Brozier. He'll make the catch. That will score the runner. So now a 3-2 lead here for Knightstown.
The shortstop, number 17, Connor Cleek.
Now the shortstop, number 17, Connor Cleek, now to plate. Again, Olivo scored on the play. Still have it first and second, 2 out now in the inning. Swung on and missed 0-1 here on Cleek. Porter has absolutely owned Cleek here this evening. 0 for 3. Hopefully Porter can own him one more time right here, right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And now it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner now out at second base. Number 12. So why in the world you would now have a runner come in now that it's 0-2? I mean, you know, yeah, anything can still happen. Don't get me wrong, I get that, but why not do that before the at-bat happens? Alrighty then. No balls, 2 strikes here on Cleek. Porter will come to the set. And the pitch, that's going to get by the catcher. So now 1-2, and now the Panthers have them both in scoring position. Second and third, now 2 out. It's a 3-2 lead here for the Panthers. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike 3 gets him swinging as Cleek will go ahead and head on back to the dugout and grab some pine. We'll head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Wapahani now down 3-2. We'll be back with more right after this break. All right, welcome back here again. Bottom half of the 7th inning. And we'll lead things off here with the top of the order, Garrett Stanley, to lead things off as he will fly out to the left fielder. So 1 pitch and 1 out to begin this bottom half of the inning.
The shortstop, number 8, Stephen Vickery.
So now the shortstop, number 8, Stephen Vickery, will now stand in. Vickery so far 1 for 2 here on the day. Flew out to the center fielder in the first, singled in the third, and then a sacrifice bunt put down in the 5th. As that's in there called strike 0-1. Burton gets a signs. Here's the pitch. Well outside for a ball. Now 1-1. Vickery in what could be his last at bat here on Raider Field. Got to make good of this opportunity right here. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch in there called strike 2. Come on, Steven, let's keep this ball a-rolling. Ball 3 outside to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Raiders down by a run. Here's the payoff pitch. And a ground ball right back up the middle. That's going to get through into center field. Great job there by Stephen Vickery. A key hit right there to keep things going here for the Raiders.
The catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb.
So a 2 for 3 days so far here by Stephen Vickery. And now the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb at the plate. And wouldn't it be nice to send everybody home right here with 1 swing of the bat? Let's send everybody home happy. At least everybody that's a Raider fan, that is. The main thing is you at least want to get more base runners here. The more the merrier, then we can hopefully score some runs. Fouled back and out of play. So now 1 ball, 1 strike here to the Raiders catcher, Tyson Lipscomb. Vickery at first, 1 out. Here's a pitch. And they're called strike 2. Come on, Tyson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burton gets the signs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off down the left field line. So we're going to redo it here at 1-2. Chandler Wise on deck. Love to see him get up here and get another crack at things. And down the left field line, and it's going to be foul. One ball, 2 strikes here on Tyson Lipscomb. Vickery at first, 1 out. Again, a 3-2 lead here for Knightstown. Here's the pitch. Right back up the middle, just barely misses the pitcher's glove. An absolute missile sent up the middle there by Lipscomb. So now the stage is set here, folks.
Second baseman, number 12, Chandler Wise.
The Raiders have him at first and second. 1 out here in the inning. And you got Chandler Wise at the plate. He's been nothing but money all 4 years out here. He's come up big in so many moments. Why not come up big one more time out here at Raider Field? Ball low and away. We'll start things off here 1-0. Wise 0 for 3 so far today. But boy, oh boy, wouldn't it be good to get your first hit of the ball game right here, right now. Here's the 1-0. In there, called a strike, 1-1. Had back-to-back hits here. Vickery and Lipscomb shot it right back up the middle both times. And the 1-1, a ball low in the dirt. Now 2-1.
Take it to the fence and then you'll score 2.
Why not hit it over the sucking fence and we'll score 3 and say screw you?
2 balls, 1 strike. Burton comes to the set. And the pitch. Ball high and away now, 3-1.
Go, Chandler.
I know that's
The count now 3-1. Here's the pitch. Right into center field, and a line out there by Wise. Don't know if you could really hit that pitch any harder right there. Nice shot there by Wise, but unfortunately, center fielder playing him just right.
Yeah.
Now the second out of the inning, and here's the first baseman, number 23, Drew Young, 0 for 3 on the day. Had a real nice game last night. Hopefully he can find some of that 2-out magic. Ball high and in, now 1-0 the count. Again, the Raiders down by a run. You got Vickery out there at second in scoring position. He's got some pretty good wheels out there. Base hit. Should be able to score him. And Young was trying to tomahawk that one. Got to lay off that high stuff here. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Drew Young. Brevin Rivers to follow. Let's keep this rolling, fellas. Burton takes a look in there and gets what he likes. And the 1-1. Fouled off, out of play. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now time called. A ball came all the way down here to the home plate area from the bullpen. Hopefully that might cause just enough distraction here to Burton. Another one found down the right field line.
Go, Drew.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Burton will come to the set, and the 1-2 offering. Ground ball to the shortstop. He'll throw on the first, and that's going to be the old ball game here, folks. So a tough loss here tonight. The Raiders had a 2-run lead going into the top of the 6th inning. A 2-run homer and then a RBI in the 7th by the Panthers. Are able to get the victory tonight over your Wapahani Raiders 3-2 final score here on Senior Night 2018. So we're going to step aside here for a break. We'll be back with the University Avenue Dental game break here. Post-game report coming up right after this.
And don't forget,
All right, welcome back here, folks, with the post-game report here on the WHS Network, again presented by University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Unfortunate loss here for Wapahani this evening. Had a 2-0 lead going into the top of the 6th. And, final 2 innings of the ball game there, Knightstown able to put 3 runs up on the board. And the Raiders, they had some hits, so it wasn't like they weren't hitting the ball. It's just we weren't getting the timely hits. We weren't hitting with the guys in scoring position. And it's just the way the game goes, unfortunately. But it was a hard-fought ball game on both sides. Both teams really was getting after it from the very beginning. It was a pitcher's duel all the way through. And some timely hits there by Knightstown was able to tie the game and then able to take the lead and just being able to do the little things correctly. And Wapahani, essentially you really don't have anything to hang your head about. It wasn't like we just went out there and stunk it up. I thought we really played a pretty good ball game here for ourselves. Hitting, again, we hit the ball. We just couldn't tack more runs up on the board. And we had opportunities. So, when opportunities present itself, you got to do a better job of that. Pitching, I thought overall Riley Porter did a pretty darn good job, to say the least. He really worked his tail off all 7 innings. And, only give up 3 runs. I think he had maybe a walk. So it's just, timely hitting. Timely hitting there by the Panthers is what got them the W here tonight. It wasn't anything that we did overly wrong from a pitching or defensive standpoint. It's just we weren't able to get the timely hits, and they were. So, they was able to. So it's just that's how the game of baseball, the way the baseball game works. But now, you look at your record here, 16-7 on the year. Get back after it tomorrow at Monroe Central and the regular season finale. And it's a big conference game as well. So, you got to come out here and you got to take care of business tomorrow night. You got to have a short memory, get after it, and get a victory. We're still not seeing that complete game yet, though, from Wapahani. Really, I've been waiting to see that. We haven't seen it yet, but I really believe that it's coming here for the Wapahani Raiders. A complete game to where we're really getting it going on all cylinders in every facet of the game. Hopefully, we can get it going tomorrow. As long as we get it going during sectionals, and I really don't care from there. You want to start playing your best baseball right there at the state tournament. But it's going to be tough. There's no question about that. But got to get after it tomorrow at Monroe Central. Overall line score here this evening: Knightstown gets 3 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and 8 left on base, while Wapahani gets 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 9 left on base. And the winning pitcher here this evening, Tyler Burton, there for Knightstown. A losing pitcher this evening, Riley Porter. And what was a very well pitched ball game here by Riley. So you hate that, but and you hate to lose in general, but still a pretty darn good pitching performance put there on cue there by Riley Porter. So again, best of luck there to Stephen Vickery, Chandler Wise. Boy, oh boy, can't say enough good things about these guys. And not just them, it's everybody, and more specific, those 2 seniors, their families, great parents, everybody. Just you hate to see your career as far as out here playing at Raider Field end, but there's more baseball to be played, and that's one thing you really got to think about, not only for those 2 guys, but this whole team. There is a much greater goal at hand, and you've got to take care of business, and you got to start playing together, and not that they're not, but play together, find a way to win ball games. You've seen that last year and this year as a whole. It's 2 new teams essentially. You got same guys, but it's a different season, and that team last year, they grinded out every game. They was never out of it. And, they kept battling, and they never gave in to their opponent. That's what we've got to see from this team. That's what will get you back to where you want to get to, and that will get a win, that all-important win that you go for each year. If you don't get to there, it's going to be tough for us. The talent's there. You got to have that tenacity. You got to have, everything going for you as well. So we're really looking forward to next week. We got Lady Raiders softball on deck here for us tomorrow night. We'll have that one right here on YouTube. So make sure stay in tune for that. Come on out to the ball game. It's always great to support both the baseball and softball teams. Very, very important for us. So again, we greatly appreciate all of our sponsors here: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, the Liberty of Perry Alumni Association, and the Muncie Dragway. Again, all proud sponsors of the WHS Network. So again, folks, 3-2 final score here. Knightstown defeats Wapahani. Wapahani Raiders now 16-7 on the season. They'll be back at it tomorrow night at Monroe Central. Again, thanks all of you for watching us all regular season long here with Raider Baseball. We got more. Stay tuned in there, folks. Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thank all of you for watching, and have a great night.